the way the game ended, just the way it did in the ninth inning, it makes me even more mad. Just because that ninth inning is nowhere close to what the Phillies actually are. You know what? You're playing the worst team in baseball in the Arizona Diamondbacks. Well, one of the worst teams in baseball. Yeah, it's inevitable you're going to score 5 runs in an inning against this team because they are that bad. Oh, the offense finally decided to wake up for one inning. Oh, can the offense spark themselves going into tomorrow's game? Hell no. That ninth inning is nothing. That ninth inning is just garbage. It's garbage runs. Yeah, you made it a 1-run ball game. You still came up short. It's bad. It's just utterly bad for how garbage the rest of the game was. Just forget that ninth inning and just look at how garbage the entire game was. It's embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing the way that game went down. And now this is your 4th loss this season to the Diamondbacks, a team you got swept by last week, and now you're starting this 4-game set, and besides all the other nightmares that happened before this game with Rhys Hoskins saying he's going to have abdominal surgery and miss the rest of the season, and Zach Eflin, who was supposed to start tonight's game, is now back on the IL because he's still feeling something in that leg. So yeah, 2 nightmares to start this game, and just an entire nightmare in this game in general. Allowing 8 runs to the goddamn Diamondbacks. You gotta be joking. Ahmed, who is batting terribly on the road, hits a 2-run bomb. You got Carson Kelly hitting absolute moonshots late in the ballgame. Just defensive blunders once again. And the Phillies, it's funny enough, all 7 of the runs in this ballgame were all unearned. All of them were unearned. The Diamondbacks played terrible defensively today. They played terribly. Looking at their errors for tonight's game, they had 3 errors tonight. 3. And you scored all of your runs unearned. And you still somehow don't win the ball game. You know why? Because they are the Philadelphia Phillies. I think that is the perfect example. And I feel like this game perfectly describes the Phillies in a nutshell. They have a terrible start to the game. Just think about the Phillies in a nutshell right now. You know, they start off good to the season, and then they give people all of this hope. Then they go on a really bad stretch showing their actual colors. And then they decide to, go on a little bit of a hot run. They try to draw people back in. They try to reel them in. Try to get people just sucked in once again. And then eventually they'll throw them back away. They'll throw them out. That's what the Phillies have been doing the past 3 years. Maybe past even 4 years, I would say. Maybe since 2018. And this game was a perfect summary of that. Terrible game throughout. Losing 8-2 in the bottom of the ninth. You get a couple of base runners. You get 2 outs. And then you somehow make a game out of this. You're sucking the fan base back in. And you know what? Brad Miller strikes out on 3 pitches to end the ball game. And the rally falls short. It is so laughable. It is so laughable watching this team play. It's just bad. It's bad. It's frustrating. It's just it's not good baseball. It's unwatchable. It makes my eyes want to bleed. Makes me want to rip my eyeballs out. That's how bad it is. And I just can't. I can't even get mad. I can't even yell. It's not even worth it. Because this baseball team, they did it once again with the 8-game winning streak a couple of weeks ago. They reeled everyone back in. They got into that first place for a couple of days. And then, the Dodgers came. The Reds came. Actual teams came to play them. And the Phillies, were expected to lose those series against actual contenders. But then you face a team like the Diamondbacks, and you lose that series. Okay, you win a series against the Padres. That team was struggling. That was a series you probably should have won against a team that was struggling. You come up against the Tampa Bay Rays, a team that is completely better than the Phillies in every fundamental way of baseball. Sweeps them. Tampa Bay sweeps us. And now you lose this first game to the Diamondbacks and you fall 1 game below 500. Back where we started. Back right where we started. Mediocrity, 500 baseball. That's what the Phillies are. And that's what they're going to be for the rest of the season. That's all it is. And it's going to be frustrating the entire way. They're going to have their hot spurts. They're going to have their cold spurts. That's what it's going to be. That's simply what it is. I told myself I wouldn't get sucked in again. I guess I did during that 8-game winning streak, but, we're back in reality right now. We are definitely back in reality. And it's annoying. It is very annoying. Diamondbacks, they get on the board first. Josh Rojas gets an RBI single. And the Phillies, they actually had bases loaded, I think, early in this ball game. Well, I wouldn't say bases loaded. They weren't able to do that. I think Jankowski, he was able to get the third base on an error by Ketel Marte in center field. It was absolutely terrible. He should have scored on that play, honestly. But, Matt Moore comes at the bat. Nothing happens there. Diamondbacks, they get a runner on. They can't score. Well, they get the run home, make it 1-0 in the second. Then Drew Ellis, he gets an RBI single, makes it 2-0. Then you get the Nick Ahmed home run, makes it a 4-0 ball game in the 4th inning. You go 5th inning. Freddie Galvis gets on base. Gene Segura gets an opposite field shot, makes it 4-2. But then the very next inning is Dribble Cabrera, RBI single, scores it, makes it 5-2 Diamondbacks. Then not too long after, Carson Kelly gets an RBI single, makes it 6-2. And then Carson Kelly in the 8th inning for the Diamondbacks. Absolute moonshot, 8-2 Diamondbacks in the 8th. And then we go to the 9th. Just weirdness. Weirdness throughout the entire thing. Luke Williams starts off with a walk. Travis Jankowski, he manages to reach first base. Freddie Galvis, he grounds into a force out, which allows to score Luke Williams from third base, makes it 8-3. Andrew Knapp, routine fly ball to center field. It was dropped by Dalton Varsho. I don't even know how he dropped this. It was a routine fly ball, really replicating what Andrew McCutchen did yesterday. And you get a second and third situation with Freddie Galvis and Andrew Knapp. Gene Segura, he strikes out for the second out of the inning. Bryce Harper comes up, works his at-bat, gets a 2-run RBI double, makes it an 8-5 ball game. JT Realmuto works a walk. Didi Gregorius singles to right field, makes it an 8-7 ball game, and then Brad Miller strikes out in 3 pitches. And it just, I don't even know how to describe it anymore. I just don't. At this point, I just let it happen because it's the Phillies. At this point, what more should we expect? What more? Looking at the box score for this team, Matt Moore went 4 innings in this ball game, 7 hits allowed, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and a home run allowed at the Matt Moore start. What more are you going to expect? J.D. Hammer comes in, pitches an inning and 2/3, allows 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Jose Alvarado comes in, only pitched a third of an inning, allowed a hit, which was a run, which was charged to J.D. Hammer. Sam Coonrod comes in, he pitches an inning and 2/3, allows 2 hits, 1 earned run, 1 strikeout. Bailey Falter comes in, pitches an inning and a third, 2 hits allowed, 1 earned run, 2 strikeouts, and a home run allowed to Carson Kelly. So yeah, the pitching wasn't the best tonight. Looking at the lineup, Dubal Herrera in the leadoff spot went 0-4. Gene Segura, he went 2-5 with 2 RBIs in this ball game. Bryce Harper, he goes 2-2 with 2 RBIs and a walk as well. JT Realmuto, he goes 0-3, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Didi Gregorius goes 2-5 with 2 RBIs. Brad Miller, 0-5, 3 strikeouts. Ronald Torreyes goes 0-2. Travis Jankowski, he goes 1-3. And the pinch hitters in this ball game, Andrew Knapp, he goes 0-1. Even though he got on base, it was an error in the outfield. Then you get a pinch hitter. You get Andrew McCutchen. He went 0-1. Luke Williams, he got an at-bat in this ball game. He walked, and he scored a run as well. Freddie Galvis also came into this ball game eventually. He had 3 at-bats. He went 0-3. I just don't know what to say. And in terms of runners in scoring position, the Phillies went 2-9. They left 8 runners stranded on base. I think silence is just probably the perfect description. I feel like silence is just perfect. Because they're not worth it. This team is not worth it. Because they try to reel you back in. They do. They tried doing it in the 9th inning, but not happening. Not happening. So, they fall 1 game below 500. They are 63-64, 5.5 games back of the Atlanta Braves. New York Mets, they also lost today, so both teams technically are in free fall, as the Atlanta Braves basically are just hand-given the division, even though they've been playing very well as of late, too. But still, Technically, even though the Braves are playing very well, the Phillies and the Mets technically are also giving them the division just because of how bad both of those teams have been playing combined. And then you also get the Braves playing really good as well, but still. The entire division is in free fall as the Braves succeed off of that. Looking at the rest of this series, you're going to get Aaron Nola on the mound tomorrow. Don't know how that's going to be after what happened in San Diego last week during the weekend, where he tried to go the complete game and allowed the game-tying home run to Cronenworth. So I don't know how that's going to happen. Got Saturday's ball game 6:05. We're going to have Kyle Gibson on the mound. So ever since the Phillies traded for Kyle Gibson, he has been pretty solid since then. So even like Kyle Gibson, hopefully everything goes well with that. And for Sunday's game, I'm definitely expecting it's going to be Ranger Suarez on the mound as well. So are the Phillies going to win this series? I don't know. They got swept by the Diamondbacks last week, and this game is definitely not a good start. I don't know what's going to happen. Just let it go day by day as this team continues to make my eyes bleed. So, I want the season to be over already. I just want football season to come here. I want hockey season. I want basketball season. I just want the Phillies to be done. That's all I want. And it's still over a month left. We got to all suffer. We all have to suffer. So, that's going to do it for this video, everyone. What are your thoughts on this game? Are you done with the Phillies? Are you just emotionally drained like I am, like everyone else is? I want to hear your thoughts down in the comment section. As always, do not forget to leave those down there. Do not forget to drop a like on this video. Don't forget to check out the Painted Lines, which I'm a part of. Their links are down in the description below. Also, don't forget to check out the links to Broads Media, the Florida Pod merch website, and also Flyers Nitty Gritty. All that good stuff is down in the description below. And also, the most important thing you can do is hit that subscribe button. I will greatly appreciate that. And I will see you next time.